Hi, my name's Rosalind and welcome to my YouTube channel. This video is called Top iPhone Tips and Tricks, and in this video I'm going to show you some very useful tricks that I've picked up along the way and hopefully make your life a lot easier using your iPhone. Specifically the last tip that I'm going to show you, which is my favourite, and I couldn't believe it when I found it. I'd been looking for it for ages, thinking that there must be an easier way to do this than the way that I've been doing it. So wait till you get to that one. If you haven't seen it before, I know you're going to love it. There's about 11 tips in here, so let's get onto my phone and I'll show you what they are. The first thing we're going to do is take a screenshot. So whichever application you're in, if you've got the picture on your screen, you can take a screenshot. Hold your finger on the home key, simultaneously pushing the on-off button on the right-hand side of your phone. The picture will appear in the bottom left-hand corner, and from here you can mark it up like I showed you how to do in the taking pictures on iPhone. So if you want to have a look at that, it's just up here on the top of the screen. Now looking at the top right, there's an upward arrow in a square. That's the share button. If you click on that, it will give you other options to what you can do with this photo. You wanted to airdrop it, you wanted to drop it in Twitter. And also there's more, so you can click on that and it will give you even more options as to what you could possibly do with this photo. So having exited out of that screen, we can now go to this screen and click Done. This will give us further options. If we want to save this photo to our photo album, we can do that. We can save it to one of our files in our phone, or we can simply delete it. So now we're going to look at how to amend what we see on our control center, which is what we get when we swipe up or swipe down on our iPhone, depending which model you've got. So if we go into settings and we scroll down until we find control center, and then we can hit customize controls. Now here, if you see one down the bottom you want to add, just click the green square and it will automatically move it up into your control center. So when you swipe up, you'll be able to do that action from that screen. One of the best things to have in your control center is your torch, which is this little one I've got down here at the bottom left. If you click on that, it will then shine your torch via your phone, and you'll be able to click on it and make it brighter. And this is really, really useful when it's dark and you need a light to see where you're going, to find your keys, whatever it is. So once you've used it, you can just click on it and turn it off again. Now this next thing I'm going to show you I love, and it's in the calculator. Now have you ever typed in a number and you're doing a calculation and you've put the wrong number in that you want to use? So if you use the black space above the number and you simply swipe from left to right or swipe from right to left, it doesn't matter, it removes the final digit, and you can do this as many times as you like to remove as many digits. So just bear in mind and remember this one, because it can be a godsend when you need it. Next we're going to look at scrolling. Now if we're looking at a web page, and I'm just going to look here at the BBC, and we go into the page and we scroll down, we tend to use our finger to move the screen to scroll. Now if those who are familiar with the computer will be aware of the scroll bar on the right hand side. Now this is the same with the iPhone. So if you can see at the top right, there is a little scroll bar, and if you pick it up with your finger you can drag it all the way down really speedily, as opposed to keep using one finger all the time to swipe up, swipe up. When you get to the bottom, we can click the top of the screen to move it straight back, or we can use this scroll bar again to scroll back up to the top. So just have a practice and a play around with that until you get the technique. Now this next option I find really useful, especially if I'm at home and I've got the radio on or there's a lot of noise and my phone is ringing. So if you go into your utilities and settings and click on phone, you'll see it says calls on other devices. So when your mobile's ringing, it will also ring on your laptop and your iPad. So flip these both over to green, and then if your mobile isn't right next to you, you'll be able to hear it ringing on another device. Now this next one is great for reading the small print on the back of medicine or an instruction card. So into settings, we're looking for accessibility and we're looking for the magnifier. So you want to make sure your magnifier is on, showing green. So from your home screen, you can now click the home button 3 times in quick succession and it turns into a magnifying glass, and you can just click the slider at the bottom. You can do it landscape or portrait. Now just underneath that is the zoom action. So if you turn the zoom on, that means that when you're looking for something and you want to make it bigger, you can use 3 fingers and double tap on the screen, and that will zoom into whatever you're looking at. So those two are very handy if you want to look at small text. Now if you're tired of getting unsolicited calls, you can go into settings and into your phone, and then you can click on silence unknown callers. So anybody that isn't in your contacts list you don't know, you won't hear it ringing, so you won't have to answer it and it won't annoy you. Now any rechargeable battery over time will start to lose its efficiency. So if you go into settings and you go into battery, you'll be able to see how your battery is doing the life of your phone. So you can see here, looking at the life of mine, the last time I actually charged it up, it charged to 97%. So it's not going to do 100% anymore, but it's pretty good at 97. So if your number's quite low there, you might consider changing your battery or upgrading your phone, because the time is near when it's going to die on you. Now I have to say I love this one, and this is my favourite one of all. When I discovered it, I couldn't believe it. So have you ever typed an email or a message and you've got to the bottom and you've read it through and you found an error? So you've gone to click in the right place to change the typo and you can't get your cursor in the right place. You have to delete way more. So this will solve that. So when you're in your message, what you need to do is click on the space bar and hold it down and wait until all the letters disappear. Then your cursor becomes just a scroller. So you can scroll to exactly where you need to change the mistake and just put the correct typing in. I think that's brilliant. I love it. So again, just click the space bar until all the letters disappear and until your cursor becomes like just a scroll instrument, and you can make any changes that you need. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and I showed you some things that you hadn't seen before, and hopefully make your time using your iPhone less painful than it had been in the past. So if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell, so when I upload another video to YouTube, you'll get an email notifying you so you can join and learn with me. So thanks again for watching this one, and until next time, bye.